Trap music all black. Still, I'm that stupid. Still down to do it if you act stupid. Get locked up and get back to it, yeah. Trap music all black. Get locked up and get back to it, yeah.
I woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I'm gonna hold it down, I swear. I roll up and I'm smelling like a right now. I do this for my rounds, oh yeah. Feel like in the real life, dripping on sauce in a good life. You shine, I shine, and ain't nobody gonna take mine. I just wanna be a boss. I will never ever fall. Chillin' like a boss with my feet up. Got a bag for him. On the she's a keeper. No burritos. Get to the pesos with amigos. I cannot with no zeros. Don't you run out? No, I can't show you no love, baby. Yeah, I am a boss in the cut, Mayday. Bubbles and I'm these models. It's popping, I tip her. I skip her, I give her the. Girl, you on my line right now. Yeah, I can see the signs right now. Feeling like a boss right now. Feeling like a boss right now. And you just took a loss right now. Dripping in the sauce right now. Get a sprinkle up my style. I'm about to lock down. Feel like in the real life, dripping on sauce in a good life. You shine, I shine, and ain't nobody gonna take mine. I just wanna be a boss. I will never ever fall. I feel like a boss right now. Talk down the man right now. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Feel like the man right now. Your girl on my line right now. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Shorty oughta been my me. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. She love me in the gray sweatpants. You never left, yeah. Feeling like a boss, I done made it. Get so like a spaceship. I swear my life is amazing. Blowing money, no hesitation. Up, down, no basic. I know these be hating, but that's what made me feel like in the real life, dripping on sauce in a good life. You shine, I shine, and ain't nobody gonna take mine.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the architectural wonder that is the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's Bosher to kick it away. And a little dangerous there, almost a penalty, but it does get into the end zone before going over the sideline for a touchback. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Obviously, the Kansas City backfield very unsettled, but they might have something in Damian Williams.
I think that they do, and I thought he was a quality back when he was in Miami. And in this last game, 123 yards from scrimmage, 2 touchdowns in the loss to the Chargers in Week 15. But he definitely showed something in that game that keeps Kansas City feeling optimistic about their backfield.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. A big play there for KC. 65 yards. A first trip to the red zone for KC. They've got it first and goal at the 6. They'll try and run. This is Williams. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be second and goal.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Mahomes now on the sneak. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's third down. Ware takes the give from Mahomes. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Spencer Ware taking it in. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Butker now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Ryan and the Falcons now come up first and 10 at their own 26. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Let's go.
Here's Coleman on the toss. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. Here's Coleman. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1. An ideal start defensively. They already have the touchdown. Now they get the stop.
Just like they drew it up on the chalkboard. Does that sound dated? Right? Am I out of touch a little bit?
It's all right.
All right, grease board, heck, computer, exactly what you want, though. Score on your first drive, stop them on the first drive defensively.
And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to second and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Second down. Going underneath, it's Coleman. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? This is Coleman. So quick on the spin.
He's spinning, man.
A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Get up!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got this one down to the 10. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Gun!
They'll give it to him up the middle. And a nice pick up there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
On 3rd and goal, Ryan. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Bryant's extra point up and good. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He's got the hook up with Conley. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pick up there, 26 yards. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. Space to run past the 20. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
They run it here. Ware. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the 1st half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are. Figure out the things that they really want to accomplish and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
They'll run now with Ware. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
On every snap, the defense is trying to establish who they are, but on 3rd and short, that's really when you put it out there and tell people who you are, and that's exactly what they did. For the offense, they're looking at their offensive line and saying, guys, where are you? We need you on those plays.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On the ground, this is Ware. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all. As we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested 1st half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. He'll get it up the middle. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. So it's 3rd and goal, and now the question, can this Falcon defense stand tall once more? They'll run it with Williams. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. A former star at nearby Georgia Tech, Harrison Butker now for the field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Butker able to put this one through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field. Well, conventional football, football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Gun.
On 2nd down, Ryan. He's going to fire this thing deep right, and that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently, so that's just going to be an incompletion.
Tuesday. Hey, South. 5:25
3rd and long. It's Ryan. Eluding the pressure right. Looking deep for Julio. So they took a shot there on 3rd down. Couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. Well, for the Kansas City Chiefs, as their offense takes the field again, the road to a first-round bye in the #1 overall seed, that hit a big speed bump week 15 with that 1-point loss to the Chargers, CD.
Yeah, it certainly did. It set the playoff picture on its ear, didn't it? I mean, when you think about it now, we kind of had Kansas City locked in as the #1 seed, but we'll have to see how it all plays. But here's the bottom line, though. It doesn't matter to me where Kansas City plays, whether at Arrowhead or they go on the road. That offense, it can travel with Patrick Mahomes at the controls.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Now a timeout called with 3 seconds to go, and of course they're in field goal range in the final seconds of this first half. And the kick by Butker is good. You sure you're ready for the 3rd quarter? Need to use a bathroom or anything? Let's go. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one. As he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They begin the drive with Coleman. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away, from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Same result as last play, 14 yards and another first down.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
21.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points. And that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days. Well, he got what he could there, just trying to move forward and gain a little bit of yardage and create some space. You know the pressure is going to be tough defensively.
And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd-and-1 situation. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
They do go for it. It's Mahomes. And this is caught. That's Watkins. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. On the run, it's Ware. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Ricardo Allen, the safety, makes the stop.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4. Mahomes now to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. And Butker able to put this one through. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And just shedding him off there. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
20. Hey, South. Hey, go.
Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Second and 10 now. Ryan. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones, 64 yards. And the Falcons draw a bit closer.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and the lead is down to 2. Here's Bosher to kick it away. And now here comes Kansas City. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. Vic Beasley able to make the tackle.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The Chiefs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Now here's Mahomes. He'll have it 1st down past the 40. As he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there. Mahomes now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 11 more yards that go around. A 1st down as well.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink. It can give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we get...
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 45 yards. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. And that is the definition of yards after catch. They go short on the pass, and the receiver does the rest.
Seems so harmless, doesn't it? To throw it underneath, a short pass like that. But, boy, it gets dangerous in the hands of the right receiver as he makes a move and takes it the distance.
That's fielded in the end zone. He spins free. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Julio Jones all alone. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones with what they'll score a 106-yard return. And the Falcons have cut it to within a score. And he puts it through. So down only 2 now. Still a chance to finagle their way into field goal range if they can get this onside kick. And now defensively they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12.
Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail. Z.
Mahomes to throw on second down. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. That catch good for 5. It's third down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Here's Mahomes to throw. Pushing him away.
Popped it right out there.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. Now West. And he'll take this one down near the 15. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. So second and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on third and 9. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He can run for it, and he will. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now fourth down. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the kick by Butker is good. And that will push the lead up to 5. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins around now. They feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
For a quick second there, I thought we were about to have a repeat performance of a kickoff return for a touchdown. This guy's on fire today.
Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up first and 10. And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. The Falcons on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is third and 8.
Gun.
He's back to throw. And he's got Sanu. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Ryan to Sanu, good for an Atlanta first down.
This is where hustle and urgency come into play. I think you've got to get up there and spike it.
Back to throw. Dancing to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Back to throw. And he can't get a He's taken down. Chris Jones in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. Ryan now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, Tuesday.
One last shot for Ryan. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked.
You say to say the man got me.